So straight across the board, the crypto market just crashed. And is this a time for you to buy the dip or abandon ship? I can't tell you what to do, but you could check on my analysis in the next few minutes right after the intro and decide for yourself. All right, everybody, so let's get into it. No need to hang up. So, I was expecting this, and then I wasn't expecting it because put the charts back up on, put the drawings back up on. All right, there we go. So, Bitcoin, this is a 4 hour chart. We were counting our wave patterns. We were in the channel, you know, made our 5 waves up, broke the channel for the correction, and then price started to push higher. Now, usually during corrections, the B wave is known to push higher past wave 5. Not known to, but it can happen. And, it could be considered a false breakout or a bull trap. People are jumping on board and then the market crashes. So that's something that I look out for. But when I was counting the waves, we had our wave 1, 2, 3, 4. We had our wave 5. So technically, any ABC correction would be our A, B, C. Now, someone else may count this different, but to me, that's how it looked to me. I was expecting this wave C to push lower. Technically, I was expecting this whole market to retrace, by about 50%. So if you run the, sorry, Elliott fib, if you pull a fib, I was expecting a pullback to around the 40,000 range. That's what I was expecting, at least. Right above this resistance level, which would have now been support, right where we got this highlighted area, I was expecting a pullback to this area. And, with this, get this off the screen, with this weird ABC pattern, and then we had this like double bottom and this break towards the upside. I was like, what's going on? And I watch other people's reviews. I watch other people's technical analysis. I'm always learning. I like to see what other people think. And everyone was kind of scratching their heads. So it was like, well, it could, you always have two sides to the coin. It could keep going. It could eventually, make a pullback to this area. But week after week, kept seeing it push a little higher. Then it broke, the previous short-term all-time, not all-time, but short-term high. And, kept going, broke this next level of resistance. I'm like, what is going on? Ethereum was doing the same thing, just pushing up, like blew past this level, consolidated a little bit, blew again. And it's like, well, not really a blow, but just quick pop again. And right underneath those previous all-time highs. And it's like, what in the world is going on? It looks like the market is just going to keep running. And so I kind of just started to lean a bit, like I was just looking for a continuation at this point, honestly speaking. I was like, I don't know if this correction is coming. Doesn't look like it's coming right up and now anyway. And then today, sitting here at the laptop, price just fell. Bang. It's like, what in the world? I was actually, I think I was looking at Shiba at the time. Shiba broke past where it was. Actually, Shiba made new, at least according to Binance's records, Shiba made new all-time lows today with this spike. And it dropped, from the highs of yesterday or so. It dropped like 32%. So yeah, it's crazy that now we're back on we're back to the pullback. So let me just clean up this a bit. So let's get that off, and so we could have an idea of where we're going next. Get this off. Get this off. So definitely a discount time. But before I do this analysis, let's do a quick look. This is straight across the board, people. Price dropping, as you could see, Ethereum, similar to Bitcoin, right down to these previous levels of resistance, which will now be support for Ethereum. Price came down and bounced right back up. It's already shot back up 20%. Crazy gains. How crypto do it when it's ready. Shot right back up 20%, just in just a few minutes. So, looking at this, it's across the board with all of the major cryptos. Dogecoin. No, that's Ethereum Classic. Ethereum Classic, Dogecoin, and all of them. The only thing that was surprising, but not so much, was Akita and some of the very minor altcoins. Akita from this descending wedge that we had going right there. She dropped. Considering that it's Akita and the moves make so much percent, so drastic of a change. So far, it's only dropped, 20%. You look at it, it's not a super steep candle compared to like everybody else with these like crazy fall off the map candles. XRP like just whoosh, crazy, right down to these key levels. Um, but yeah, with that being said, this is, and I was watching another guy's analysis too, and he was saying the same thing. This is the big money's chance to get into the market. So I was telling the team on Trading Solutions, like a lot of people, if you go out to the daily chart, let's say we jump on Bitcoin, for a lot of people, we had this big rally up, had price pullback, and this is our first push to the upside. So technically, even with all of this, has the continuation of this uptrend been confirmed? No. It really hasn't, because technically speaking, not until you break these previous highs and you start going towards a higher high can you fully confirm 100% that the uptrend has continued, because price works with higher trends, work with higher highs and higher lows. So we have a higher low, but do we have a higher high? No, we don't. With all the hype in the market, do we expect price to continue? Yes, of course. Is it possible for Bitcoin to crash back to these lows, 13,000 or less? Anything is possible, especially in the markets, but very highly unlikely. So for a lot of people with a bullish bias, price came down to a perfectly normal level, retested, right around the golden zone, that 50 to 61/8 percentile. And then this first initial push to the upside would have been the first impulse wave to signal, okay, we're starting to go up again. And then a lot of people would wait for a pullback to really load up on this coin. So for a conservative investor, someone who's putting in a lot of money, and they're either adding to positions that were already open with this, or they're re-entering the market after selling up around these areas and wanting to buy in on a discount. If they do enter at these low levels, it would be very conservative. I would be guessing they would more so wait for. And when I say very conservative, they're not piling up a bunch of money. They would be waiting for price to break the previous consolidation zone, which is these levels right here at about 40, And once we get a confirmed push past those levels, they would be waiting for the retest, which we haven't had yet um, until today. We finally get our retest of the break of this major support and resistance level, right around 41,000. So, we see on the daily, we got well above the 200 simple moving average. We had the cross of the 50 and the 21 simple moving average, and the 100 also cross underneath the 50. So all of these are, hold on. So all of these are, bullish signals. And price came right back down. It had not touched the 50 moving average since it started to push up. It retested the 21. This is on the daily. And now it finally came back down to kiss that 50 moving average on the daily and sit right above that support and resistance level. I don't really see price going lower than this, even though, like I was saying in earlier videos, this is all still considered like a wave one move, and it's not uncommon for wave one. Thinking that's the fib. It's not uncommon for wave one pullbacks to, retrace all the way down to the 786. But like, I don't really expect Bitcoin's price to break this 40,000 range. We got the golden zone sitting right there, the 50 at that 4100 level. Sorry, 41,000 level. So I don't expect it to, even though technically it can, and of course anything is possible. But even based on technical analysis, this being a wave one, it can't. So if we were to pull our fib, not our fib, our Elliott wave thingy, pull this out. So this is our base of wave one. That's our high, and right now this is our wave 2 pullback, official wave 2 pullback before we start wave 3 to the upside. So that's what we're looking at. So we are in an official wave 2. I do not think that this is going to be a immediate just drop and bounce. I do think it's going to kind of sit around here for, the rest of the week. Like I said, big money is loading up. There's a lot of people. So what's going to happen right now is there was a forced, did all the retail investors jump out all in once? No. So there was a lot of coins that flooded the market to get this to start moving. A lot of people who were, whether it was trading options or, they were day trading or whatever, they had their stop losses or they didn't and they got closed out of positions. But basically a lot of those kind of things were triggered, especially right around this level, this 45.9. So, people who were trading this up, and mind you, this is on a daily time frame, but people who were trading this upward and who may have gotten in like down here or once price started to break, they would have had, probably stop losses right here at around 46, 46.2, which, if even if they got in up here and they wanted, to be safe, it's about 8%. So let's just say, people might have had stop losses around here. They would have took those out. That would have helped push price even down further. And so basically now that this has been initiated, I think a lot of retail investors, even people who are just holding, are probably going to be like, oh, I don't know what's going on with Bitcoin. Because even if you look at this from a bearish bias, this move up, if you pull a fib from top down, price stalled out right at the 61.8. So where this dip would have started was right around the 61.8. So for someone who was looking at Bitcoin, which I would imagine is very few people, or cryptos period, with a bearish mindset, this was just a retracement for a further push downward. And so their chart would have looked something like this. Oh wait, where is it? Probably they would have had something like this, and they would have expected price maybe not to break this trend line, but a smart person would have pulled up a fib, and so now they'd probably be running a trend line. Why can I get that out? They'd probably be running a resistance trend line, something like that. For someone who's looking at this bearish. So this would have been their long point. That 618 would have been they would have been looking to get in on a long position right around there. But with that being said, what does it mean? So like I said, pretty sure we've initiated a solid wave 2 retracement finally. We're just going to delay our gains to the upside, especially since I bought in with some positions just this week because it looked like it wasn't going to pull down, but they're more long term, so no leverage. So it just delays my profit time. But anyway, so we're down to the 50 simple moving average on the daily. Like I said, I don't think this is going to be a quick just bounce and right back up. So what's going to happen, like I was saying, stop losses were triggered. People were thrown out of positions, and this happened so quick. People who were watching, may panic sell and get out of positions. And pretty much the big money, millions and millions of dollars, they're going to have buy limit orders stacked, all in these ranges. So as people sell off their coins, as they see this spike and they're looking at it, trying to figure out what to do, and they start selling, the big money is buying it up. Wall Street is buying it up, as well as retail investors who was expecting a pullback, who would have had limit orders down here too. So basically, right now we're in a simmering stage where people are selling. They're not going to sell all at once. Some people are going to look at this and sell over the next few days, the next week or so. Some people with the mindset that price could go even lower, so they want to sell now and buy back in at a lower level. Also, yeah, so pretty much that has to happen. But also, if we look at the last big crash, the major wave 2, which was right here, when price, I remember that when these candles were forming and price was spiking down to these lower levels, people were buying this move. But did price shoot straight back up? No, it didn't. It hit the initial lows, once or twice. Then it came back up and, it started its consolidation thing. So are we going to get like 3-4 months of consolidation? No. This is major, and this is considered minor, but we're probably going to see, a retest of this low point right here at around 42,000. It may even push lower. There's no saying that it has to respect this level. It could push a bit lower, but I would estimate, at least for Bitcoin, to kind of hold this range. But I do think we could expect a retest of, on any of the charts, the low of this candle made, and then a little bit of consolidation, even if that consolidation doesn't come back down to this low, but some kind of consolidation right around, probably about this 75% range of the travel. So what I mean by that is, like right around, that, sorry, like this. Okay, so if the move started up here, 75% of that move is going to be right around here. So we'll see consolidation float at least around this level. If this is the bottom, we'll see consolidation float around this level, sit on that 50 moving average before it starts to go back up. So definitely good buy the dip opportunity. This is the real buy the dip opportunity. And I don't want to go forever on this video, but yeah, that's basically it. I'm gonna do another video with with Shiba. Um, do another video talking about Shiba, especially now that price has crashed. So look out for that one. I'll be posting that right after this one. All right. But yeah, you could check the charts. We don't have to go through everyone. I just looked at Bitcoin because it's their major one, but you can see all of them. You know, they did the same thing, and each one has dropped uh, based on its price. The percentages are different, you know, but most of the major ones is right around 20-30%. Dogecoin, you know, came all the way down there. But yeah, so don't panic, everybody. It's normal.